Hey, welcome back. Here I am, 3 months later. Yeah, it feels weird, feels strange. I hope you're doing really well. All things considered, hey, it's been a very crazy 2020. I mean, last time I made a video, which was 3 months ago, the world was in a very different place, and it's changing. Changing day by day, which is pretty scary, pretty crazy. But yeah. Um, Here we are. I just thought I had the energy to make a video, so I'm going to do it. Capture it while it's here. Um, yeah, I guess I don't want to go too much into it, but we've been basically out of any sort of lockdown for coming up to, I think, 7 or 8 weeks now, which means we can pretty much return to normal, apart from traveling internationally, which is amazing. And I feel very lucky and very grateful to be able to be doing that. Yeah, every day I realize how amazing it is, compared to what's happening in Australia at the moment, and Melbourne especially. Yeah, it's scary and yeah, very full on. And especially because my work is over there as well. Anyway, enough of that. I hope everybody's doing well. I hit 2,000 subscribers while I was off, so thank you to everybody that subscribed, and thank you to everyone that's been there for a very long time. Yeah, it's a Sunday morning here. I've got a bit of time, so I'm gonna enjoy my coffee as always, and yeah, make this video. So the records. I thought what I would do is I'm going to show 6 records, and all of them were either released by on New Zealand labels, but not necessarily New Zealand music, or are New Zealand music from a New Zealand label. Um, and most of these have come out this year, apart from a couple that are a little bit older. But yeah, we're very geographically together and very topically together, or chronologically together. So yeah, there we go. I guess let's get into it. Do you have anything else to say? Not really. But yeah, I guess welcome back. I'm not sure if I'll make a lot more of these. I do have some videos in the works, some quite exciting videos in the works actually, which I'll talk about later on. But yeah, I just thought I would try to get back into the groove and see how it feels and stuff. So what's playing? You can hear it. It'll be coming from your left side, I imagine. On Spotify is a release that came out this year from a New Zealand, almost you would call it collective, but the main guy behind this is Corey Champion, and this is called a Clear Path Ensemble. This came out this year on Cosmic Compositions. Corey is a local Wellington musician. He plays around a lot. He actually came over here and dropped us off personally, which was pretty cool. Lots of people that play all around Wellington on this here. Johnny Lawrence, Daniel Hales, Jake Baxendale, who I've seen a million times, Bevan Smith, Mara TK, who is an amazing vocalist that reminds me of Curtis Mayfield. But yeah, this is an amazing sort of spiritual, funky parts. Like Lonnie Liston Smith parts remind me of Farrah Sanders. It's kind of groovy and funky in parts. It's really, really great. It's a really special record. I was really blown away. This was a New Zealand release. Personally, the cover does not do anything for me at all, but musically, it's really special. The last track, Inner Space, really does it for me. So just to give you some of the instruments on here, yeah, bass, clarinets, dubs, filters, synthesizers. This is probably not really giving you a good idea. But yeah, absolutely amazing. I really like this. I think this is on Spotify. Well, it is on Spotify because I'm playing it to you right now. But yeah, it's super cool. If you like Lonnie Liston Smith, I reckon check out this. Probably a little bit more jazzy and doesn't have Lonnie's vocals, but really cool. I feel like I need to slow down, like I'm talking very quickly. Okay. Coffee break. Okay, this one is a bit different. Now, this is a record that some of you will know. I know it's been shown in the VC before. This is Oracy with the positive force with Adi Olatunji. So Adi Olatunji most famously put out the Drums of Passion release with Sabri Martinez, the Swedish percussionist. But this is a reissue of an album that came out, I want to say 77, yes, on Pomoja Records. Amazing political, deep spoken word, free jazz record. This is amazing stuff. I've seen this in the VC many years ago, and it's been reissued this year by a label called Rain and Shine Records 2020. Now, I didn't know of the label, but I googled it, and it turns out it's a guy that does really small runs of stuff, and he literally lives down the road. If I jump in the car and drive about 7 minutes that way, he lives down the road from me. And he's put out a whole bunch of really interesting soul, funk, and disco stuff. The label's called Rain and Shine Records. So I was really happy to go and catch up with him. And yeah, it's amazing that he's doing this sort of stuff just on his own accord. And yeah, this got picked up by Sound Ohm, who I think you can buy it from still, possibly. But yeah, this is a really beautiful Afro-political record, amazing musicianship, and just some of the spoken word and poetry pieces are really powerful, I guess, and scarily relevant to today. Yeah, I really like this. I've been wanting this for a long time, so to see it was reissued, I would have bought it if it was from overseas anyway, but the fact that somebody down the road in this country was putting this out is really cool and really special. I think it's awesome that he's doing that, to be honest. Yeah, so there we go. Check out Rain and Shine Records. I might put a link in the video. That's number 2. Okay, so what I'll do now is there's 3 records here that are from another label of another guy that lives 12 minutes down the road, called Strange Love Music is the name of the label. And he put out him, his name is Ben, put out a release this year. But I also dug deeper into his releases from 2 years ago and found some really fascinating stuff to me. But the first one that he put out this year, a lot of you would really be into this. If you're interested in some of the New Zealand stuff I showed, that's quite experimental and interesting. I know a lot of you would really love this. It's called Kiwi Animals, Future Primitive, Aotearoa, 82 to 91. Yeah, amazing compilation of just really fucking deep, obscure stuff. I'll read the hype sticker. A personal inventory of 80s New Zealand outside of pop, channeling South Pacific voodoo, edge of the world experimentation. Yeah, so this should fit into a lot of VC members' collections if they want something from a different part of the world that they haven't heard before. There's a mixture of weird post-punk, tribal spiritual things. There's like this amazing disco funk track on here, and some really avant-garde bits. There's a really nice spoken word piece. Yeah, it's really interesting. I really like this, and it sounds fucking fantastic. Like, it's been remastered, and I've got some of these bits on compilations and stuff, and they sound so much better on this than they do on the originals. But yeah, I think this is really cool. Ben he told me that he almost came up with the concept of the title first, and he wanted it to, I guess, gel to that. Like, he did some work with a good mate of mine finding the tracks for this, and just to hear the process behind it was really cool, and how adamant he wanted to make his vision and stuff like that. And yeah, I can tell it's a labor of love that this it's been put together. Super cool. There's not much like this that's been put together in New Zealand. So if you think New Zealand 80s stuff is jangly and indie, this is the flip side of that. It gets a lot more interesting and a lot darker in places. Amazing. But then also, what completely surprised me is 2 releases on the label is this really cool. It's hard to describe what this is. It's like it's Portuguese for a start, and it's kind of like minimal electronic but very wheeled in, laid back, and it sounds like a little bit Latin but a little electronic. Man, I'm sorry, I'm doing a terrible description. But this is a comp of stuff by a guy called Antonio Duarte. I I think there's actually a few people, but as a group they're called Dwart, Dwart, and it's a compilation of stuff. I think, yeah, this was put out in 2019, but yeah, this is super cool, man. It's super interesting. Yeah, I really like it. Analog synths, electric bass, electric guitar. It's really, I should describe this better, but a bit rusty. So that's that one. And this is another one. This is one that actually really blew me away when I first heard it. Also put out by the same label. The description here is a collection of sublime songs dating back to 85. Avant pop flourishes married to the heart of strings of a synthetic Amazon. So yeah, this sounds like Sade, but from Portugal, with really nice Latin touches here and there. Really groovy, really funky, really laid back. Amazing summertime music. I should say, if you can't see it already, this is Frank Harris and Maria Marquez. Yeah, on Strange Love. Check out the track Love Room. Tell me that doesn't sound like Sade. Yeah, really good. So yeah, that was super cool. It was really cool, again, to support locally, especially because I've been a bit more, I haven't really ordered that much stuff from overseas lately because we don't know what's going to happen with shipping. Oh, speaking of overseas, that's a eBay auction. Anyway, the last one I'm going to go with, I want to keep this kind of short, is my favorite album of the year. I've saved the best till last. This is Keep Your Distance by the Virtual Shadow Ensemble. This is super cool. This is fucking amazing. Like, I am grinning holding this and talking about it. I first heard this. Basically is an album that was released during lockdown in New Zealand, and it was released by a label that I've been a fan of for a long time called Noah Records, NOA. I don't know if you can see that there. Who are an Auckland-based group and collective. A friend of mine linked me to their Bandcamp about a year ago when they put out this amazing tape of stuff inspired by Coltrane that they recorded in like a basement in Auckland off K Road, if you know where that is for people that live here. And I really got a sense of a really cool scene there, and I was sort of following them through their tapes and stuff and listening on Bandcamp. So I was stoked to see they were going to put something out on vinyl. Now, yeah, this is really special because it's an amazingly deep spiritual jazz, not really funky, just it sounds like something that came out of, Pharoah Sanders, Alice Coltrane, Sun Ra, but with a massively twist on New Zealand, and the lyrics are about politics in New Zealand, all the way we're treated, education in New Zealand, very spiritual lyrics, lyrics that relate specifically, I guess, to us in this country in 2020. Listen to the track Mouth of Oceania. Is absolutely, the lyrics on that really moved me. And I was listening to this album when it first got announced on Spotify, and I was doing a lot of running at the time because we were during lockdown, and I just remember running around the harbour and the waves crashing and listening to it, and it just really, really impacted me. Really, really, really special. Easily my album of the year. Yeah. So there we go. Noah Records, Aotearoa, New Zealand, 2020. Amazing artwork too. I really recommend, if you check out anything of the lot, please check out this, because it blew me away. And look at those for track titles, Anyway, so the exciting thing is I'm flying up to Auckland next month to go to the Others Way Festival, which is basically the Flying Nun festival they have every year. So there's lots of Flying Nun bands that play, and they usually have a few heritage acts. And these guys have a stage there, so they're going to be there most of the evening. So I'll be spending most of my time there listening to this stuff, which is, amazing. So there we go. That was 6 records that I've been digging at the moment. I have got quite a lot more other things that have come in, but that's just more of a themed video I thought you would dig. So yeah, there we go. Done. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. That was fun to make. I enjoyed it. I may see you soon, I may not. I don't know. Let me know.